All right, y'all, let's do an update. I want to see how Brian Koberger feels since he's heard the affidavit and what his most likely next move will be. Also, how his attorney is feeling since she's starting to get a look at the case and everything. All right. Everything I say is alleged. I appreciate you being here. All right, let's see. So, how does Brian Koberger feel since he's heard the affidavit? Since Brian Kohlberger has become aware of what the police are presenting against him, how is he feeling? One more shuffle. How is Brian Kohlberger feeling? Feeling about the affidavit. Interesting. So we'll see how this plays out because it's so we got the Eight of Pentacles as the first card, and it wanted to come in reverse. Okay, so I typically don't do reversals, but for some reason with this case specifically, I've been going against that. But either he's saying that he wasn't working with anybody else, or he definitely was, because after the Eight of Pentacles is the lovers, which could indicate a relationship, right? But with the Three of Pentacles here as well, it makes me feel like others are involved. So he could be kind of trying to decide, as the King of Cups, what his next move is going to be or what approach he's going to take. But let's see what else come out. So that's just what I'm getting so far. That might not be it. We will get more details. Let's see. Next, we have the Six of Wands, Magician on top, and on the bottom, the Ten of Cups. So just off surface energy and what we got up here so far, I'm not seeing anything alarming. I'm not getting anything so far that makes me feel like he's worried. Again, he may feel like this is a conspiracy against him. And that's his perception. So let's go ahead and start clarifying. All right, so I have the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups. See, again, this independence. So we also could look at this like he feels like his work is going unnoticed, or, his hard work, or, even acknowledging how hard this may be to prove his innocence. So we'll see if he continues to maintain innocence or whatnot moving forward. Why the lovers? So actually, we got the King of Cups twice now. So for the Eight of Pentacles, it's the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Why the lovers? Ten of Wands. So the next card is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So again, it keeps making me feel like a relationship or a partnership. Or again, this could even be feeling defeated with the Ten of Wands. Like, I set myself up for failure, or it seems I'm being set up for failure. Why the Three of Pentacles? Why the Three of Pentacles? This is like teamwork. This is like a High Priestess. This is like meetings. This is charity. And so the High Priestess is here so far for that. So he could be aware of other people. So this is just a consistent energy we get in here. And all of this could just be Brian's perception. It doesn't have to be fact. I'm just seeing how he feels now that he's aware of the contents of the affidavit. More for the Three of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. That's the main person in recent readings. The Queen of Wands. And with this Knight of Swords, Five of Swords is here, for the Three of Pentacles as well. But with this Knight of Swords here, it goes back to the theory under the Eight of Pentacles that somebody possibly was hired or enlisted or being drug into this, a part of this unwillingly. Now, it don't have to be Kohlberger. I'm just saying in general, somewhere in this story, it seems like there's money involved. There's enlisting help in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't have to be for the unalive and just some part of the story, right? But it's like you allegedly enlist me to carry these burdens and you turn me in or something. So again, we're very curious to know the connection, if any. By the King of Cups, Strength card, holding back, holding on, Ten of Swords. And again, like the strength to endure to the end, to get through this, to prevail. One more for the King of Cups, which we have twice, is the Magician. And then why the Victory, the Nine of Cups. So overall, he could still be feeling very positive about the outcome of this for him. Okay, one for the Six of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords and the Three of Wands. So this could even be speaking to him thinking he's going to get away or thought he was going to get away, bypass, being arrested, etc., etc. Let me see if anything else comes out, then I'm going to get deeper into it. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. So again, money and or family energy is showing me multiple people. But this could also, since we're specifically looking at Kohlberger, just his legal team. His legal team, hoping and wondering if they could do a good job for him. So I wonder how the interactions will be between Kohlberger and his defense team. I don't know if he really, even if it's not, we can look at everything in a positive and a negative way, right? So Kohlberger being from that world as well of law enforcement and studying law could be being very verbal about how he wants things done and what they should do, you know what I mean? Instead of just letting them do their job, right? He could be very much directing them. But yeah, just mainly having faith that this will work out for him. So let's see if anything else comes out. Okay, that was it. We just got the Four of Wands on top and the Seven of Pentacles on bottom. So he could be working, obviously, with his team to create a foundation to prove his innocence, allegedly. So let's do Soul's Journey, and we'll do Moonology as well. Okay, we have growth. So he could feel like this could help him in some way, being a part of this, looking at the bigger picture, or, again, it could be some plan to grow his experience and knowledge of his job. So I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So he could be eager to learn more information. I don't know how that works. I'm sure, or I believe that his lawyer would be entitled to see everything, right? So she could prepare a proper defense. But let's see what else. Gratitude on top and peace on the bottom. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So again, he could be looking at the bright side of it and, try to take himself out of the situation and place himself in another position. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be Brian here, the person accused of this. I'm going to be Brian, the attorney or forensic, whatever he, was studying. I'm going to be that person versus who I really am, just to kind of be able to get through this. Like, one would take a drug to get it be a coping mechanism, right? And then on the bottom, you have peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. So he could just be trying to cast away doubt. Whether he truly believes it or not, he just wants to stay in a positive place, I guess. That's what I'm getting, y'all. That's how he feels. That's how he's viewing. Let's do Moonology. So we only got one card for souls. The other two is the top and the bottom. So, this is in me no way saying that Brian is innocent or anything. But again, I do like to try my best to look at things from all different angles. So say for instance, you were Brian and you were accused of these things, and for some reason you was innocent, right? If we are all sitting here and we have our opinions about what's moral and not moral, what's human and not human in terms of actions and feelings, then it would make sense that you would be as calm as you could be in understanding that the families of the unalived and the unalive themselves deserve justice, right? You would be, if you're this moral good person that you say you are, you would be calm like he is, understanding and willing to go to the process to prove your innocence and get justice for the other family. You know what I'm saying? So look at yourself in those shoes. But otherwise, if you want to be honest with yourself, you could say you would be freaking out, possibly. You would be scared. You will be angry at people for judging you and saying you did this. You'll be angry for people digging into your background and just creating a narrative around things that are possibly true and some things are not true. Brian could definitely be the shittiest person you ever want to meet. He could be, allegedly, but those circumstances of who he is could definitely make it easier to believe that he's able to commit this crime. And again, I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty. I just like to look at things from a different point of view. Sometimes there may be times that I'm not aware that I'm not looking at things from multiple point of views, you know what I mean? But I definitely try to. So I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. Again, I will admit that I think all of this is weird. And of course, I do see more things being revealed where there casts some doubt on every side. And we're looking at things again like, whoa, like I said previously, it's like bomb after bomb after bomb here, being dropped. So let's look at Moonology. More about how Brian is feeling about the affidavit. That flipped over and just flipped back over. So it was believing the impossible. So like I said, you know, I don't want to hear anything negative. I just want to believe in the impossible. You know what I mean? But it didn't come out. It just did a 360. Let's see what else. Okay. And the only other one we got is it's time to release negativity. So I think that falls in line. On top of the deck, what do you need to release? On the bottom, a win-win outcome is forecast. Interesting. And we do have the victory card, Six of Wands, as the final card to the initial spread, which is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. All I can do is just wait. What do you need to release? I don't know if he will be releasing. I know he already changed lawyers. So that could be that, but it could be something else he needs to release. So it could be, him admitting some type of involvement or some type of acknowledgement here, or release fear and doubt. So let's see how the lawyer is feeling as she starts to discover what she has to work with and what's working against her. How is the lawyer for Brian Koberger feeling as she starts to discover what she has to work with and what is working against her and her client? How is she feeling? Is she feeling confident? She's nervous? Is she giving up? What? How is the lawyer Brown coworker feeling about the affidavit and everything else she is learning? Judgment is here. That's the first and only card. Then we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. 1 second. Okay, so interesting. So it might be two key pieces of evidence that she may not feel are strong. I only say that because it's pages. Or she could have discovered two new pieces of information herself, evidence herself. So let me see. This could be other people she's looking at as she discovers things. But again, it could be two things that she may feel like she could work on. Or it could be the two things that she knows is going to be tough. But let's see what else comes out. The Empress. So she could be also feeling away because maybe she's a mother. I don't know if she is or not, but or putting herself in a place of a mother. She's maybe trying to be compassionate and understanding, empathy, sympathy towards, the victims and the surviving victims and their families as well, taking that into consideration. Okay, so let's see. Anything else? The Queen of Swords on top and 7 of Cups on the bottom. So again, choosing wisely, choosing battles wisely on how to go about it, right? So again, what we have is Judgment, Page of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Empress. So let's go ahead and clarify. All right, this could also be about new. Pages are innocent. Maybe it's two things that she feels like she could definitely prove him innocent on or create some doubt, but pages are young energy and represent innocence and newness. Water is, sometimes when I look at the Page of Cups and he has a little fish in his cup, and this is where you start discovering your feelings. You start discovering your inner self, where you get molded. Okay, and then the Page of Wands is about creativity and wonderment, curiosity, action. And Empress again is about, it's mother, fertility, empathy, sympathy. It's about new too. It's about creation. So Judgment. It speaks for itself, basically. So our Judgment, 4 of Cups, 5 of Swords. I mean, she feels pretty confident so far. It's like looking at this, and she's like, it's like a scoff, kind of scoffing at it. You know what I mean? Because again, it could be showing up as a page, very little in her point of view. Why the Page of Cups? It's the Devil and the Knight of Swords. One more. Ace of Pentacles. So she might have her own narrative. That may be what I was picking up on earlier because we have been picking up narratives. And we also are discovering some truths and some things hidden, but we've been picking up a lot of narratives and speculations, right? And of course, the lawyers, the prosecution and the defense will create a narrative around bits and pieces that they find. That is how you ultimately solve things. You use your context clues and you create a story around it, much like everybody does on a regular basis. Your perceptions, how you grew up, your knowledge, etc., is going to develop how you see things, okay? And that goes for everybody. All right. So she may be creating this narrative about some type of opportunity or something offered up here with the Devil and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, devils can be addiction, it could be drugs, etc. So maybe she pulls something up that surrounds any of those things. Now, let's look at the Page of Wands, but we definitely see some type of Ace of Pentacles being offered. This could be subpoena or whatever word you would use where she may want to bring in witnesses for herself to testify on whatever level or whatever expertise that would apply. So Page of Wands, why are you here? It's the Empress again and the Eight of Pentacles. What? Like every time I'm like, everything's flowing, everything's making sense. Then here we go with some other stuff. But again, it does make me feel like, you know, if she is a mother or just being a woman, just being a human, wanting to do her work with dignity, okay? But it is a toughness here because she has to do her job. It's like I have to balance the two. I have to be, understanding and compassionate, but also I have to do my job. So, um, it's something very interesting about this Empress, this Eight of Pentacles, and this Page of Wands. So I don't know if it's like tying into another student because it's that school energy, that's craft energy. This could be speaking to, again, her reputation in her previous work history. Excuse me. Um, yeah. But she could just be going through data and phone records herself. Why the Empress twice? The last two cards. Why the Empress twice? The Six of Cups. So again, this could be about her past, but also she could be bringing up past connections. So her client may be able to offer her up or is willing to tell her what connection he may have to these people, if any, or a past conflict between some people. Here go the damn Ten of Pentacles again. So again, it could be speaking to her reputation, but she's uncovering her own scenario here, basically. And again, it could have something to do with a woman, could be older or not. A couple other characters here, maybe something with the school or work. We got money here, maybe family. She's tying this into something else, it looks like. Um, so somebody will have, when she come up with her scenario, whether it be facts or, her using speculation and context clues and evidence, she comes up with something that could be true that this person that she's questioning has knowledge about. And that creates a whole nother, well, how is this a part of this? You know what I mean? All right. Let me think really quickly if it's one more thing I want to ask or not. Let's ask. Let's ask about the connection. I know we asked before, but let's see if it makes more sense because of what we know now, or if something else comes up. So, what, if any, is the connection between Brian Koberger and anybody that lived in that house? What connection does Brian Koberger have to anybody that lived in the house for the Idaho 4 students? Surviving and non-survivors. Two of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So we only got three here. Let me see if anything else come out. Anything else? The Knight of Pentacles. All right, that is it. All right, we got Two of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is for what connection did the occupants of that house have with Brian Koberger, the living and the non-living. Now, we do have the Three of Cups here, so that could definitely be somebody partied with this person in the past. We got the Six of Pentacles, which could be breadcrumbing. It could be leading somebody on, but it never going anywhere, or just getting to know somebody and never really going anywhere. The Knight of Pentacles is observing, and Two of Wands is kind of like future planning for me. It's like looking at the future. So I don't know so far. We do have quite a bit of pentacles. Even the Queen of Pentacles is on top of the deck. Oh shit, Justice on the bottom. And a Two of Cups. What? Justice. So again, like we said previously, some aspect of this could be revenge in some way, whether that's personal revenge or revenge based off of the circumstances of my life and me projecting it onto the outside world. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and clarify. All right, why the Two of Wands? It's Judgment and Six of Pentacles. Now, I've seen that damn Six of Pentacles when I was shuffling, so I'm not surprised it came out again. And that has been pretty prominent, Six of Pentacles. So, yeah, it's like in the future, again, planning type of energy. I made a decision judgment. I made a judgment call to work with somebody almost because Six of Pentacles is give and take. Now, this again could be somebody I was dealing with or I thought I was going to deal with, but they act like they was interested at first, but then they wasn't. They didn't give me much. So it's a give and take. So why the Six of Pentacles twice? Why the Six of Pentacles twice? It's the Four of Pentacles, which is foundation. You could see it as holding something close to you, but again, it is finances, it's Pentacle. It's also could be relationship energy, but it's stability, dealing with finances, or again, holding back. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. So it also just make me, it also make with the Justice on the back, like I said, and what else was there? The Two of Cups. It also make me feel like it's talking about like witnesses and cooperation. So this, and we ask, what's the connection? Connection could just be somebody putting somebody into a situation, whether they was a part of it or not. So maybe there isn't a connection. We'll see from his mouth, etc. But it could also, you could look at it like somebody else just throwing you in the mix with the Knight of Pentacles. Like somebody said, I think it's this person, or give a description of a person, and now all of a sudden, boom, Knight of Pentacles, you right here in it, and people looking at you. So why the Three of Cups? Why the Three of Cups? The Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So again, somebody could have been breadcrumbed or denied at a party. Yeah. So give me one more for the Three of Cups. Seven of Cups. Choose wisely. Somebody could have been picked up out of a lineup, you know, based off the description or profiling. There could have been some pictures in a lineup and somebody picked them out the lineup. Allegedly. Why the Knight of Pentacles twice? You got the Lovers. What else? Six of Cups. So that's the same energy I keep getting. That's why I keep wondering if somebody dated this person in the past or they partied in the past. But it keeps coming up like a relationship, like a past person. Hmm. Let's see. Anything else before we move on? Empress again on top with the Hierophant. On the bottom, the Moon and the Ten of Cups. So, like I said previously, for some reason I want to keep calling him Boberger, like Bob Boberger from A Friend of the Family with the weird guy and he kept trying to steal and kidnap the daughter and did a few times, but it may not have nothing to do with it. But since I keep seeing family energy and familiarity, it might be that. So I want to mention that again. But again, it's a female definitely in here, or it's just some man that's always in a feminine energy. Anything else? I don't know if I want to clarify this again. I guess I'll clarify again with Moonology. How is Brian connected to these people? So the 6 people that live there, what's the connection? Energy is gaining momentum. So again, the first card is that future planning energy. Maybe somebody wasn't sure about doing it, had second thoughts about doing this. And we got balance, spirituality, and practicality. So that would be like the 4 of Cups again, right? And so that would be like ignoring somebody, overlooking somebody, breadcrumbing, rejection. On top of the deck is nothing will come of the situation, and on the bottom, surrender to the divine. And this is the connection. Out of all the scenarios that we listed here for what this reading is telling us, it's 2 main ones and the 2 main obvious ones. I can't help it. Like, maybe there is no connection. So maybe he just did this because he wanted to, for whatever reason we want to say he did, right? But also, it could be this past. So that's what I got, y'all. Later.